Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the first edition of VVS Dark. Here, every single week, exclusively on YouTube, we will be uploading the best fights from our unaired sections for the cards just gone by the past weekend. There will be a mixture of newcomers, returning veterans, and people fighting at the very top of both PlayStation and Xbox divisions. And we are kicking this one off with the return of one of the most infamous characters in VVS today. We have the return, finally, of Mikey. And he's going up against Roars X. It promises to be an exciting one to kick us off. And we're here now, coming straight into round one. Mikey with the Makachev pick. Roars X going to Charles Oliveira. I wonder with these picks we could be seeing a grapple heavy fight. They're swinging early. Nice little hook there from Mikey. Big overhand. Answer back to the uppercut, has a stun. And Mikey, as I predicted, the Makachev gets shot on the first takedown and gets it straight into side control. To get a look to do some ground and pound damage here early in the first. Defends well. Now he's back into half guard. Mikey continuing to tries to get up here. An interesting decision to say the least.
Let your hands go. Let those hands go.
A couple times now, Mikey's gone with that rear hook to the body. It's interesting to see if the opponent can catch on to that. Throws that uppercut and that knee. Oh, big head kick from Mikey. Has Mikey's controller died? What's happening? Roars is teeing off on him either way, but doesn't fully capitalize on the opportunity. You know me, I would have been straight on that. That fight would have been over. But Roars throws that spinning kick to the head, it lands, but not possibly to the effect that he would have liked it to. Oh, a big overhand again for Mikey! Mikey shoots another double, bails on it, and gets that slam into side saddle. Shifts himself into side control, tries to get the crucifix, possibly to land some big elbows, but unable to. Mikey looking to take the back. Roars gets up on it. But Roars there able to keep the position, but Mikey answers back and decides to get up. Here now, just over 30 in-game seconds left in the first round. A few big moments here for Mikey in the first 5 minutes on his return. Oh! Big uppercut from Roars. Mikey throwing that naked hook to the body, gets caught. He needs to watch out for that because any one of those, it could be an uppercut, it could be an elbow, it could be a knee. A shot coming up to intercept that hook could be the end of this fight. But Mikey, most likely the winner of the first round. But Roars definitely had moments in there, and he is not out of this fight by any means.
You ready to fight?
We go on to the second. Getting a call with that uppercut intercepting. despite that early health event, Roars is definitely still in this fight. This is the need. Mikey, now that I've noticed it, he's doing that every time and it's annoying me. That is definitely something that High Tech will need to address. Big full elbow there from Mikey, though drops Roars in the second. And this could be it here. Just about survives, does Roars, but the trouble is not gone. Now Roars able to post and get into mount. Mikey gets up from mount. Back on the feet. Hooks there from Roars. He is gassed, but he has stunned Mikey here. But that naked head kick gets countered and oh, nice elbow. This is now or never for Roars. That stamina is not looking good. He hasn't been fully able to capitalize on some of Mikey's poorer tendencies to this point in the fight. And that bodywork is wearing on him now with a minute left to go. He lands that hook to the body again. Big overarm for Mikey. This here is trouble for Roars again. Roars just about survives. But Mikey's postured up. He's nice to stand up again. Oh! Lead overhand! And Mikey has knocked out Roars right at the end of the second round. What a punch from Mikey on his Season 2 debut. That there will be a notch in the W column. And if that fight shows you anything, folks, it's that there is no skill level required to play here in VVS. We are welcome to all comers. The Discord link is on your screen now. If you think you can beat Mikey, make sure to join the server. But we shall swiftly move on to another fight, this time coming out of the Xbox division, as the young god comes up against Dalglish. We're here in the light heavyweight division. The young god going with that Rampage Jackson pick. There's Dalglish here with Alex Pereira, both using alter egos. They are just standing here and trading early, and big knee rocks young god. Not the start you would want if you are a young god here, a health event early in the fight, but he answers back with a knockdown. And he shoots and gets the first takedown of the fight. You have to imagine, purely going based off characters, Rampage Jackson will have a massive advantage on the ground over Alex Pereira. And he is now in mount, going for that arm triangle. And this is trouble here for Dalglish. And that's forced a desperate escape over half that submission bar. Gone. Only 2 minutes into the fight. They've set this to 5 rounds. If it goes past the third, we will just look at the scorecards. But this does not feel like a fight that is going to go past round 3. They are both going for it early. Another big flying knee. But possibly Dalglish's stamina letting him down there. He had overexerted a bit too much to be able to do any significant damage. Nice pull, gets that uppercut off as a counter. Really nice head movement here from Young God through the first round. Able to get the hands up to block that knee when it looked like the head movement was about to fail him. Young God seems to be seeing what Dalglish is doing before Dalglish sees what he's doing, and Young God has put Dalglish down and decides to go into mount, looking to land some vicious ground and pound with a minute to go. He decides to get up. That fight could have been over. Every advantage in the world was in Young God's favour, but he decides to give Dalglish a chance here on the feet. But Dalglish decides to shoot for the legs and get slammed for his troubles straight into side control. And now knee on belly. Into north-south, a tasty position. And that is the first round in the books. Have to imagine that will be scored in favour of Young God. With the multiple big health events, the submission. If I'm Dalglish here, I'm just faking that glove touch and going straight for a knee. Fuck this. Goes to that question mark kick. Does not land. To be fair to Dalglish, he's still throwing. And he attempts that big knee, but I think going for big strikes like that is what has got him in this mess. And I don't know if what gets you in a mess is what is best suited to get you out of a mess. But we shall see. Seems to be a battle of feints here, but oh, big overhand. That was very real, and it very much dropped Dalglish, who's trying to answer back. But the gas tank is letting him down here at this crucial moment in the fight. Rampage wouldn't have the greatest kicks in the game, but Young God is determined to utilize them to their fullest extent. And there he goes, landing a head kick for that stun. You have to think Young God could finish this fight whenever he chooses at this point. Goes for that lead overhand and it doesn't quite land clean. If it did, you have to imagine that would have been the end. Bit of showmanship. You have to love it. And a big strike again from Young God. You have to think now at this stage Dalglish has got nothing left. And Dalglish is down here with just over 90 to go. This is... Oh! Beautiful body shot. And Dalglish is out. Massive win for Young God. Dalglish still yet to exit the losing column, but it was a valiant display again. Even when all the odds were against him, he kept swinging, and you have to imagine at some point one of those big shots has to land clean. He did land clean early in the fight, possibly got a bit overzealous, and Young God, a little bit more experience, was able to weather the initial storm and truly put on a master class in striking and, truth be told, a master class in keeping your opponent in that fight way longer than they should have been. But what do you do? We shall swiftly move on to another returning veteran here in Alt OK. And he's coming up against a fairly respected name in the server, at least from what I can see. He's competed in the octagon, he has competed in the square circle. He came out victorious in the molestation chamber. Brain Damaged Horse is going up against the returning Alt OK in the bantamweight PlayStation division. I'm seeing some very high ping, suspicious ping, some would say. Wink, wink. You have to imagine Alt OK playing from, I believe, the Middle East. That connection is always going to be a factor. Nice striking there early with that combination of kicks from Brain Damaged Horse with the Nurmagomedov kick. Alt OK with that TJ Alter Ego. Alt OK lands big shots early and drops Brain Damaged Horse. Apologies, I'm losing my voice from shouting so much. I'm doing this on my own. But another nice kick, and they've exchanged knockdowns here in the first minute of the fight as Brain Damaged Horse answers back with a big knee. Big duck and an uppercut there. Doesn't land clean. But that lead Superman punch is flushed for Alt OK. Both players here, a heavy emphasis on kicks so far in this fight at least. Big Superman punch again from Alt OK. Needs to be careful though because they have a pretty legsy wind up and could get caught throwing one of those Superman punches. But to this point they have been effective and he goes to land one again. The Brain Damaged Horse gets the hands up. Nice combination there from Alt OK, able to slip through that block. But a big body kick there for Brain Damaged Horse. And another nice body kick. From that southpaw stance, of course, he's able to get extra damage off with that body kick. Oh, but a wonderful shot there.
Some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent.
And another body kick to that exposed liver of Alt OK and a big stun to the head. And he's dropped Alt OK here with just over a minute left in the first round. Alt OK answers back though nicely with that ducking roundhouse kick. Possibly too little stamina to have a massive effect, but it did enough to keep Brain Damaged Horse off him long enough to recover, which is all that was important in that moment. Brain Damaged Horse is doing a really good job working on this block. But oh, Alt OK with a massive flurry, and that ducking roundhouse again, this time able to drop Brain Damaged Horse. Nice knee to the body there from Alt OK to close out the first round.
And Dillashaw's corner now will take a look at that lip. The cut man is in, and you got to tighten that up.
Big moments for both fighters in that first round. One would have to think Alt OK with that second knockdown was able to claim it, but I don't know how the judges really work in this game, and I don't think we're going to need them anyway. These two are out for blood. You can hear DC stealing my line there, the fat fuck.
Alright, DC, perhaps this will be the round in which the wrestler actually goes for a takedown.
Oh, nice axe kick in there from Brain Damaged Horse. He's a crafty little striker, and you see it there again with that lead 6-12 elbow. Both had the same idea with that pull. Oh, nice. Kick to the body, able to keep him away, and then another kick to the body. More damage focus and a big shot to the head. Oh! Alt OK is out! Brain Damaged Horse in the second round, able to put the returning Alt OK away. What a performance from both fighters. An extremely exciting affair. Big moments, big knockdowns for both sides. But in the end, ring rust possibly came into play as Brain Damaged Horse was able to etch another win in his record here in VVS. We are going to swiftly move on to two fighters here in the Xbox division. Child, one with more experience, but Domi Arigato with a big win in his first fight, looking to add a second to his record, and we will see how he does now. Shots in the middle of the octagon early.
Work forward.
Goes for that body kick, but it was too close, and Unchild was able to answer back with a combination.
Raise your right hand. Check yourself. Check your face. Keep moving. More of that. Let's go. That was a great shot.
Unchild goes for that flying knee, unable to land, and it gives Domo Arigato the opportunity to work that clinch. But Unchild able to walk the cage and get out, and a nice slip hook there off that overhand attempt.
Come on, push through it. Keep working.
Ducking roundhouse attempt from Unchild, but Domo Arigato wise to it. I don't know what I'm really meant to call him. Should I call him his full, like Domo Arigato? Domi Arigato, sorry. Oh, it doesn't matter because he's got a big stun here. But Unchild able to recover, but Unchild not in a great position here in this first round. That head health not looking great. The body health is even worse. And you have to wonder maybe Unchild could be in need of a takedown. He goes for it, but Domi Arigato able to land shots despite it. Getting that health event and a little bit of a lag spike here. Do I just skip forward? Connection lost. Fuck's sakes. Fuck's sakes. Well, time for part 2, I guess. Yep, here we go. We're back at the start of the fight. Everything that just happened, forget that. We're back at the start of the fight. And you have to think that unfortunate circumstance is going to play a part now in both of their game plans coming into this, because they've both gotten a feel for how each other are playing. They could both make little adjustments. They've both gone for the same fighters. But both fighters, they're able to strike, they're able to grapple. It's interesting to see how approaches could change, however. Unchild is making use of both stances, looking for that body kick. The same body kick that we saw Brain Damaged Horse use to great effect in the last fight. Untried is keeping those hands down, trying to block body shots, but Domi Arigato is noticing it and throwing combinations to the head and getting big damage off here early in the fight. Goes for that head kick, but Unchild able to duck under. Wasn't possibly really able to fully capitalize, but they're both exchanging heavy shots here. I do not think they want to hang around, probably because they've already had to do this once already. Nice attempt there on the head kick, but Domi Arigato able to block. Oh! Big shot for Unchild! And another big shot off that pole, and he has dropped Domi Arigato. And he goes for that big knee on the clinch. And he's able to get that takedown there into side control, but decides to get up, possibly smelling blood here with just over a minute to go.
That's what I'm talking about. I need you to pay attention. Protect yourself. Look for your shots. Hands up.
Oh! Big knee and he's out! Domi Arigato is out! And Unchild has won by knockout here in the first round. Massive flying knee attempt lands perfectly as Domi Arigato was going possibly there to try work the body. And that is all she wrote for Domi Arigato. Massive result there for Unchild. He'll look to use this, you'd have to imagine, to springboard himself really into the top contenders of the Xbox division.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Bruce
referee
Buffer to
Herb
make it
Dean has
official.
called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 37 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
And with that, we are moving on to our last fight this evening. A short notice replacement as former PlayStation champion Leo is filling in on short notice to go up against 8 inches of doom, 8 inches soft against Leo, the last fight of the evening. There have been many insults traded both ways. This has been brewing for, it feels like, months, that we are finally getting to see it here exclusively on YouTube. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. And here we go. Leo with that Anderson Silva pick. 8 inches soft. Representing the snake shin. What? Of domination. With the Chimaya pick possibly looking to take down and smother Leo. Easier said than done, however. Big shots for Leo early. And a big uppercut lands and drops. 8 inches soft. 8 inches soft here with his back against the cage, against Leo. This is the last place that you want to be. He needs to find a way to get himself back in the center of the octagon and perhaps look to get this onto the ground as quick as he can, because this is not a good position to be in. As I said, He's attempting to throw strikes, nothing really landing, but Leo able to land almost, it seems, at will. Big shot again from Leo, and that is it! 8 inches soft is out Leo by knockout in the first round. Pretty much a flawless display from one of the greatest fighters in the history of the league. Picture perfect knockout, waiting for 8 inches soft to hit his head and picking that shot like an assassin is Leo. And with that, this video is coming to an end. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you the same time next week, and we will also see you on Sunday live on YouTube and Twitch with VVS Fight Night 33. If you want to possibly compete on VVS Fight Night 33, put in that link, join the server, and see if you have what it takes to beat Mikey. We'll see you all on Sunday.